friends, welcome to the Lori Lulu Crochet Podcast, episode 55. My name is Lori. I live in the Chicago suburbs with my husband Ryan and our two cats Dixie and Daisy. And I love to crochet, and I love to knit, and I love to sew. And you can find all that on my social media. That is all linked down below. So it's my Instagram, my Ravelry, email is down there. My blog is down there. The blog is where all the show notes are. So all the patterns I talk about, any fancy yarns that I talk about will be linked there. So yeah, I think that's everything. So just want to welcome any new viewers. Hi, glad you found me. And returning viewers, hello again. I'm glad you're here. So why don't you just grab a drink, coffee, tea, pop, whatever, and your project, and let's get started, shall we? Okay. Alright, first of all, I want to say Happy Easter. So for me, it is Saturday, so he hasn't risen yet, but Sunday is coming. For you, by the time I get this uploaded and published, Easter was already over, so I hope you had a great, blessed day. Last night we had, Friday night, Good Friday, we had our Good Friday service at church, which I don't really like those. But everyone's like, well, you can't have Easter without Good Friday. I know, but I hate it all the same. I can't stand human suffering, okay? Doesn't matter who they are, and especially not my Jesus. So, anyway. Okay. Let's go on with life stuff, shall we? So last weekend, my husband and I celebrated our 17th wedding anniversary, and I was so excited. Didn't get to go away like we had hoped we might this year. That's just because of work. For those who are new, I work for a CPA, and it's tax season, and I work on Saturdays, and there's no way I can get away from anything. So yeah, actually next Saturday is my last Saturday. Yay! Thank goodness. But yeah, so for our anniversary, I had to go to work. When I got home, about 4 o'clock, I quickly changed and we went up to Chicago. And we went to this restaurant. It's called the Exchequer. That's a restaurant that my friends have introduced us to. We really like it. They have good pizza. I hear their burgers are good. I haven't tried their burgers. The last 2 times I've gotten their Cajun shrimp pasta. So good. It is known for being a former hangout of Al Capone, so that's cool. So when we decided that that's where we were gonna go, I got online, found a parking garage that was like a block and a half away, and it was pretty cheap. So that was exciting. And then while we were sitting at dinner, Ryan was like, well, let's go to that ice cream shop that we went to last time. I was like, okay, because we went to the Exchequer and we went to this ice cream shop when we went to Chicago for my birthday. So I was like, all right, let me see where that's at. And it turned out it was across the street from the parking garage. I'm like, hey, it's right there. Couldn't have planned it better if we tried. So we walked back to the ice cream shop. It's actually a fudge shop. It's Kilwin's Fudge Shop. I know that they have some in Michigan. They have one where my parents live, so that was cool. So we went and got ice cream, and then there was a park near our parking garage. So we went and sat and found a little bench, and we sat there and ate our ice cream. And it wasn't too cold that day. until you start getting more ice cream in your system, and then the wind is blowing and yeah, I'm kind of cold, let's get going. So yeah, it was a good day. I mean, even though we didn't have a whole lot of time together, it was a good time together. What we had. And then of course, you know, tax season will soon be over and we can spend more time together. But speaking of jobs, Wednesday? Yeah, it was Wednesday. I got to work, getting ready to get out of the car, and my phone rings. And I see that it is Dan, who is my neighbor, who I would be working with if I got a job that I applied for. And I honestly thought he was calling to say that we filled the position. Sorry. But no, he was calling to set up an interview. So Thursday I had an interview. Again, for those of you who are new, I have a long commute to my job right now. And the job that I applied for is just down the street. Like I could walk. It'd be so great. And my husband works there already. That's his day job. On the weekends he's a pastor of a church that's right on the other side of this wall. Across the parking lot. Anyway, so Thursday I had an interview and it lasted 11 minutes. Like, it was done and I'm like, what just happened? I don't know. Anyway, I basically just told my story of why I want to work at Elam, why I feel like God is calling me there, and so, I don't know, but at the end he was just like, so, it wasn't just him on the phone, I should say that, there was another lady, I guess I'd be taking her, she's leaving, I really don't know much about what's going on with this position. Anyway, so she was on the line too. She had a couple questions for me as well. About database coordinating and all of that. Anyway, so he's like, well, next week, you know, we're gonna call in like the finalists for a group interview with, I guess, the president and all of them from the whole school. So, still waiting. I'm still waiting on this job. Anyway, it's all in God's good timing, right? Yep. So, enough about me. Shall we get on with Yarny Goodness? Alright, so last time I didn't have any makes in progress. They were all finished objects. This time I have no finished objects. They're only makes in progress. So let's get started. The first one I want to show you is the crisscross shawl. It's just crisscross is what they call it. There you can kind of see it in my black and white copies that I always get. As you can see, it is by Faye Dashper Hughes from the Crochet Circle podcast. If you don't know Faye, you need to go watch her podcast. I'll link it in the show notes. So yeah, here is it's living in my Wonder Woman bag made by me. I don't have any pins or buttons on that. That'll change. Hold on. Anyway, so the yarns that I'm using is Loops and Thread Wool-like yarn. Wool-like yarn. It is Michael's basic. So it's not a fancy yarn at all. It is a super fine yarn, as you can see here. It is 85% acrylic, 15% nylon, and you get a lot for your money for these, let me just say. So the colors I have, very unique colors that they came up with for these. There's black, and there's white, and there's red. And as you can see, I've used a lot of the red right now. So it's black and white and red all over. I crisscross, y'all. So, like I said, I was going to try to do the crisscross sections with black and white, and then most of the shawl will be red. So then I got to the first crisscross section and it's like, I'm not sure, but it's growing on me. I like it. So I think when this is all done, it's going to be more of a shawlette, just because I think the yarn that I picked is just too small. But anyway, and it has a funky shape to it, but once it's wrapped around you, you won't know, right? Okay, enough waffling, here we go. Ta-da! As you can see, all my ends. But here you can see the lovely crisscross action, if I can get my fingers to work. Get that out of the way. There you go. So there's that side, and then on the other side, there it is, the black with the white peeking through. So I could actually have it either way, depending on what I'm wearing for the day. So yeah, here it is. I'm halfway through this red section. I'll have another crisscross section, and then I'll have another little block. So, I mean, it'll get a little bigger, but not much. So, anyway. That's that. I don't know, I'm still not sure how I feel about it yet. I don't know, can you tell? I'm like, I don't know. Anyway, so that's making progress, number 1. Number 2 is a sweater. So obviously I need a big bag for that, so I'm using my Castaway Key bag from Disney Cruise Line. There you got the Mickey and Minnie. So, the pattern that I'm doing is from Joy of Motion Crochet. It's the classic Raglan top. There's the front of the pattern. Let me see if I can find a good picture of it. There she is. There's Jane. I finally found out her name. There you go. Can I see it? So yeah, it's really basic raglan short sleeve top, except I decided to do stripes on mine. So it's 4 colors. Let me pull out the colors here. So we have Red Heart Super Saver in the color Dark Orchid. We have Hobby Lobby I Love This Yarn in the colorway Amethyst. Let me get the other one. And we have Big Twist Value in the color Dark Denim. And then the one that's attached right now is Hobby Lobby I Love This Yarn in Light Sage. So the striping sequence I have is not like an equal striping sequence, like it's supposed to be random numbers. Just because like I didn't want it to be too uniform. So anyway, let me show you how far I am. And let me just say, when you have bigger yarn and a bigger hook, the sweater goes so much faster. So here we are so far. Ta-da! So let's pull this down so you can see it. Okay, so we have the Amethyst, the Dark Orchid, the Dark Denim, and then the Light Sage. And I'm about halfway through the Light Sage section here. So it's going to be a really big stripe. And then there's another really, really big stripe of the dark orchid after that. So, I don't know. I've just been looking at this as I've been working on it. I'm just not sure about this dark denim. I don't know. I think it's the yarn because the Hobby Lobby and then the Super Saver, they kind of have a sheen to them, and then the Big Twist doesn't. It looks matte compared to the others. That's what's bothering me about it. But can you even really tell? So I'm showing you the back side. Let's see the front side, shall we? So, I don't know. Can you even tell? In person, you can tell. And, I don't know. Sorry, my nose is itching. I don't know. But anyway. Yeah, I'm pretty much halfway done with this already. So, it may be finished next time. Whoa. Okay. Anyway, so the last making progress. I don't think I had it in a bag last time. But, you know, Mary Poppins. Can't go wrong with a Mary Poppins bag. At all. Let me just say. So in here are my April socks. So my friends and I are doing, it's called #SocksBox2021, and we've challenged each other to do a pair of socks every month. And so these are my April socks. Let me get my notions out of the way so I can get to the yarn. Okay, so the contrast, heels, I think it's just gonna be heels and toes. I'm not sure if I'm gonna put this in the cuffs or not. Is this lovely bright color. This is dyed by me. And the colors I picked, it's purple, pink, blue, and orange. It's the colors of the horses that they have in the private merry-go-round in Mary Poppins, the original movie. So, this is called Private Merry-Go-Round. Are we going to focus on it now? Anyway, so yeah, very bright, very fun colors. And then I'm pairing it with another color dyed by me. Again, bright colors. It's mostly pink with purple and blue. I'm calling this Royal Dalton Music Hall because last time I had trouble saying bowl. So we're just going to go with Music Hall. Anyway, so I was wondering how those two colors would work. Like, would you even be able to tell the difference between the toes and the foot and then the heels? But it still looks fine. So here's my socks so far. Ta-da. So yeah, you can see there's the toes. You can see a difference. It's very subtle, but you can still tell. And then here's everything else. And these are looking way brighter on camera than they are. Right. Well, I'm also looking at the shadow side because you have the light coming from the window. Anyway. So yeah, here's my April socks. And I keep looking at these, I'm like, these are so huge, but like, my hand fits okay in there. So anyway, the pattern that I use, it's for a basic vanilla sock, is the basic toe-up pattern by my friend Wendy Pronger-Geckner. Highly recommend that pattern. But then I'm going to, instead of doing the heel for that pattern, I'm going to do the Fish Lips Kiss heel because I like it. I'm nothing against the heel that's in Wendy's pattern. It's just this is the one I want to do for this one. And something that I forgot to mention in the last two pairs of socks that I've done for the socks box. So this is February and this is March. I never even talked about this and I'm so sorry. But I started doing a different cuff. Instead of doing a 2x2, I did a 3x1. So I knit 3 and then I purl 1. because I hate purling. And so if I can purl less, I will do that. So I did that in my February socks. I did that in my March socks. And I did it in the socks that I sent to my mom, which she probably doesn't even know that I did that either. Anyway, so I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going to do with these socks too. I'll do a 3x1 cuff. Less purling. Great. Love it. Okay, so those projects are moving right along. I haven't started Rosa Parks yet. She'll be started either tonight or tomorrow, I'm hoping. Fingers crossed. But she will be done by the next podcast, I guarantee. But the other project that I want to talk about, because once I finish the shawl, gotta start another one, right? And so this is one that I've done before, and I've wanted to do it again because I just love this pattern so much. It is the Hotel of Bees shawl by Christina Hattering. I'm excited to get this started. So, when I finish the crisscross, I will be starting Hotel of Bees, which will be living in this big shawl bag from Fate's Thread. I'll link her shop in the show notes. Because I don't think any of my yarns that I've used, they're all commercial yarns. They're not special yarns. So, as well as this. So for this shawl, I have 3 colors of Lion Brand Shawl in a Ball, which is 58% cotton, 39% acrylic, 3% other fiber. Okay. Anyway, so the colors that I have for this is this beautiful pink and orange-ish color. This is called Community Coral. Oop, don't fall off. And then I have purple, of course. It's purple and then there's some gray in the middle. And this one is called Mindful Mauve, although it's not really mauve, that's purple. And then this one, which my friend Sharon, hi Sharon, gave to me. She's a lady from church. She got this from a friend and it was already balled up. So here's Feng Shui Gray. So that will be started when I finish my crisscross, which that should be soon. And that's really the only other thing I have planned. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to share with you. Any other patterns, things that I'm thinking about starting soon. I don't really. Oh, I did want to share. A friend of mine, I mentioned this earlier when Nova and really Jill, hi Jill, it's the only one that's reached out to me. But I was talking about, maybe doing an Advent swap. So if you have any leftover, pretty much if you have 12 grams or 20 grams of fingering weight yarn left over from anything that you've worked on this year, if you could have like 12 mini skeins, we could do an Advent swap in December. Actually, you probably have to mail it in November, and then anyway. So yeah, if anybody else wants to join, email me. My email is down below. It's lorilulu327@gmail.com. I think it'll be fun to participate if anybody else wants to do it. If not, it'll just be Jill and I, and hey, that's great too. The only other thing, it's kind of yarn related. I ordered something from Allie from Little Drops of Wonderful. I ordered one of her pins because I needed it. So I got this lovely package all the way from England. Sorry for the rustling. And so, yeah, she had this cute little bag with washi tape. And I got a lovely Yorkshire tea, which she had ran out, and she was talking about in her vlogs that she was like, oh, I'll just have to send you stickers. I was like, well, I was kind of hoping I'd get a sticker, but the tea is fine. Anyway, and so then I got a lovely thank you card from Allie. And then I ordered her Little Drops of Wonderful. Let's see if I can get a good shot of this here for you. We're gonna focus. Nope. I'll put in a picture of it. But it's a little raindrop. It says, you are a little drop of wonderful. And then I also ordered her Strictly Sock badge as well, because I did participate in her Strictly Sock along. So it's like, I need a sock button too. So anyway, thanks Allie for those. And I think that's everything. Short and sweet today. I don't know. I hope so. So I totally forgot to mention my tulips, which you will have seen in the intro. Actually, you see more daffodils. But yeah, their tulips are coming up. So that makes me happy. Anyway, I never know how to end these things. I always feel like I botch it so bad. Anyway, I hope you have a great day. I will see you later. God bless. Bye.